Well, hi Dee. Thanks for joining us on this call. Would you like to please introduce yourself and your business? Tell us what you sell. Give us the details.
Amazing. Nice to meet you both. So, my name is G, and I run a business called Stagey Stitches, which is basically a business that uses repurposed and donated fabrics from theatre shows across the West End and beyond, making handmade scrunchies that I make in the West End backstage at various different theatres that I work in.
That is insanely cool. And I think something that not a lot of people can say that they do. I think you're possibly one of a kind. Um,
How did you get started?
yeah,
So, during lockdown, I learned how to sew, hand sewn and machine sewing, because everyone needed a hobby, right? And I can't bake,
of course.
so I thought I'll sew. And yeah, then I went away because I'm actually a professionally trained musical theatre performer, and I went away on a job back in 2022. I was out in Dubai doing a production, and I came back and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my career anymore, whether I wanted to take a step back. I just wasn't sure. And the one thing that they don't teach you at drama schools is what to do when you're not performing. And I was completely lost and but then fell into an opportunity. I was working front of house at a theatre, and back of house came to me and said, we're looking for crew on the new production of Aspects of Love. Are you interested? Are you in? And I kind of jumped on that opportunity and went for it. And from there, I've kind of just made the contacts to then kind of go around the West End crewing. And I was backstage on Aspects of Love, and during Act Two, we had quite long breaks, and I was just sewing my scrunchies as I usually would do in the wings and making them for different cast members who'd walk past and go, "Oh, that's really cool." And I was just like, "Yeah, there you go." And it was my friend who I worked with, and he was like, "Gee, why aren't you charging people for this?" And I was like, "Oh no, it's just a hobby. No one would buy anything like this, surely." And then yeah, I kind of just then started going, okay, well, I'll sew a few more and put a few extra aside and see where that goes. And then every theatre venue I went to, I'd then do the same thing, see if there was any at the end of Aspects of Love, because we closed early. There was quite a lot of fabric that was just going to go into landfill, that was just going to be tossed to one side. So me being the forager that I am, literally was like, I'll take a bit of that and I'll take a bit of that, and I can use that with the scrunchies. And then that's how the idea kind of came around. And I was going from different theatre to different theatre, just finding little bits and bobs here and there. And yeah, and then one day I just went, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I was sat there with a glass of wine one night and went, Stagey Stitches, that kind of works. Okay. So each scrunchie that I make now has a story, not only where the fabric has been donated or repurposed, or from where it's been to where it is now and where it was handmade. So which theatre in the West End it was made
Yeah,
in.
Wow.
that's really, really cool.
So they are absolutely unique. There are no two scrunchies exactly the same ever.
And truly a piece of the West End that you can wear.
Yeah.
This is it, and it's actually like astounding how much fabric can just be chucked away, just
Mm.
tossed away. Designers will come in and look at costumes and go, actually, forget that. We're going to toss this bit. We don't need that. Or during cast changes, obviously everyone is a different size, height. So, okay, we'll just cut the hem off that skirt and it'll get tossed aside. So this is where my passion for sustainability comes in as well. I
Mhm.
don't like to see anything get thrown away, and especially some of these amazing fabrics that
No,
are
so many gorgeous,
so
gorgeous
stunning.
patterns.
Yeah, so stunning, like insane fabrics that I would love to wear. So when you get these offcuts, you're just like, right, what can I do and how can I make this into something that is just as beautiful? And yeah, because you don't need a lot, it makes a great scrunchie.
Yeah, they're really, really gorgeous. And it's quite a wide variety of um patterns and colors and overall feels of fabrics that you manage to get donated as well. If you look through your Instagram, it's so fascinating just scrolling through and seeing like the final designs that you come up with. They're really, really pretty
How did you get started in musical theatre
altogether.
altogether? What created your love for musical theatre?
Well, I mean, it's funny because my parents are not theatre, theatrical, musical at all. But yet, I'm one of five, and we are all some way creative. We've all danced, we've all sung.
That's very
So yeah,
impressive.
it is weird. But yeah, so we did a trip to watch Joseph when I was about 8 or 9 at the Wolverhampton Grand because I'm from Wolverhampton originally. And yep, so went to see it and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And then school productions. And then it was my older sister who, when she left school, she was like, I'm auditioning for drama school in London. And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I want to do. And I saw her first year production and I was like, I have to come to London. I have to be in theatre school. I have to do it. So then I'd come down and watch shows in the West End when my sister was at college, and then it came to auditioning, and I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. I spent most of my teen years before moving to London in singing lessons, in dance lessons, orchestra. Like I just love theatre so much, and yeah, that's just kind of how it all started from that one production of Joseph. I mean, it was the 90s. Everyone was watching Joseph, okay? Like
Just love Joseph.
No judgment here.
it's great. I
It
loved
is.
it. Like it, so yeah, and then everything has just kind of gone from there really. And just always been performing, and if not, I'm always singing. And at the moment, like I say, I'm taking a break from actually actively auditioning, but you'll never not be trained, and this industry will never not need someone at some point. So this is why I'm really passionate about as well telling performers that there are other jobs in theatre. I've done the office jobs, I've done the promotions in, I've basically done it all. I've been a cleaner, I've done everything,
You single-handedly run the West End.
I've worked every position in front of house. I
Yeah.
literally have. It's ridiculous. But who knew that I'd actually really enjoy working backstage? And
Yeah.
I never thought I'd get that opportunity. And sometimes I really have to stand back and go,
Wow.
wow, like, you're making the West End happen as much as the artists on stage are. From
Yes.
the crew to the electrics to the wham departments, everybody has got a role to play in it. So at the
Absolutely.
end of a show, you actually feel like, wow, even though, yes, I'm not that one singing that song on stage, I'm still part of it. And to be able to run my business alongside trying to find a career within this backstage is really cool.
That
That's
is
quite
really
magical,
cool.
isn't it?
What is the favorite part of running the business? Is it like figuring out what you're going to do with this scrunchie? Is it like the fact that people are buying them, seeing their reactions in some of these cases?
Yeah, I'd say all of that combined, but I'll never forget the first time we I'd met my husband who's also in a show in town, and we were having a drink with a few friends, and somebody walked past and I was like, that's my scrunchie. I know that scrunchie. And I turned around and they're like, oh my God, I know you. I've bought 2 of your scrunchies. I was just like, this is insane.
That's
Like,
amazing.
and it was just through, well, that one was through flea market that I did a couple of months back. Yeah. And I was just like, this is crazy. I'm
That's
so grateful. So
insane.
grateful.
Yeah. Yeah, that is just the human aspect of it is phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, it must be wild to just spot someone walking around wearing a product that you made with your bare hands. That it's not like they're mass produced. They take time, and so it's not like you've got thousands and thousands and thousands out there. That must have been really amazing.
Yeah, a bit of your blood,
Yes,
sweat, and tears on
Yeah.
somebody else's.
Hopefully not literally. Hopefully not literally.
definitely. I mean, I've each theatre I've got somewhere where I know I have enough light to be able to go, this is cool. When I went over to learn Les Mis, because I do the flies at Les Mis, oh, I got the perfect setup. I've got my chair, I've got a little lamp. I literally am like sewing, and then it's like fly cue. Yeah, I get up, pull the ropes.
Yeah, people are sobbing, not knowing that behind the scenes you've just got some stitching of some scrunchies happening.
It is so funny. That's just, yeah, I love it. Just
What
I
would you
always
say is
find
your, sorry, go ahead.
no, always find enough light. No injuries here.
Yeah.
Health and safety.
What would you say is your favorite musical? I know it's a tough question,
You're not
but
limited to like a specific number, whatever takes your fancy.
Oh no, I mean, number one is always going to be Les Mis, because Les Mis has just got a really special place in my heart. And I was really apprehensive when they said, would you like to go and work at Les Mis? Because if you've ever been to the Sondheim, no spoilers for the show or anything about how the magic happens, but it's a very small space with a big set and a lot of crew. And I was thinking, oh, this is quite daunting. I'm not really, I'm scared. But then they said, can you fly? And I was like, I can fly, as in pulling the
Yeah.
ropes, flying. I tell this to people. Yeah, can you imagine? Can you fly? Yeah, like some Peter Pan kind of stuff. And then it's turned out to be favorite jobs, because I don't actually watch any of the show, but I listen to it every night. So I literally get to sit and listen to my favorite soundtrack of all time. I mean, and I get paid to do that. So
That's
how
the
cool is that?
dream. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is the dream. Gosh. So, musical theatre market, what do you think might be some of your best sellers?
What do you know? Because obviously things are one of a kind, so they may have sold out by then.
Well, I can't lie. And if people who follow my page and you have a scroll through my page, you'll see that I get a lot of donated fabric from a particular show, which I have some followers of the show that literally will see a scrunchie from this particular production and it's gone within minutes. I've also had before, oh, I've got this scrunchie and I'll put some music from the show behind it to kind of give, this is where this costume is. And some fans have turned around and said, that's actually not right. It's actually from this costume, and show me which costume it's from. So, yeah. So I think anything from one particular show that I sell, again, you can check out my Instagram to see which one that is. Yeah, then that is probably going to be the top selling product. But I just hope that people come and actually talk to me about the journey of where their item that they love has come from, where it came from before it was a scrunchie and where it was made. Everything's got a story, and I'm really passionate about that. So yeah.
It is. It's amazing when you've got a product that has a story, because it's not just a thing. It's like
It
it's
almost
a
has life.
memory in
Yeah.
an object. It does. It has life.
So, you're saying that, a particular show and you're referring to your Instagram. So if people are like, oh, where is this Instagram? Do you want to tell them where to find you?
Yeah, so my Instagram is at stagey_stitches. My personal Instagram, which also has the link to it, is at GG3, GEE3. And then my products are sold on Etsy. Just look for Stagey Stitches shop, and all the details are on my Instagram, so you can go there, and also on your lovely website as well. So hopefully, because I've given you all my details, so hopefully people can find it from there.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
And then a musical theatre market, would you be taking cash or card?
Or both.
Or both?
Absolutely be taking both. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Cash and card, and scrunchies in favours for coffee, maybe.
Depends how far you get in the day, how early you have to wake up. And in terms of price range, what can people expect?
I like to make it as inclusive as possible. So you will find a few mini scrunchies around the £5 mark, and then they'll be going right up to £25-30. Again, it's dependent on the craft that's got actually is and how long it's actually taken me to do, because some with retacking and sequins and things, it can take a fair bit of time. But I have also made a few extra little things that are not scrunchies for any fans who don't wish to wear a scrunchie, which I know fair people will. My husband is bald, so he can't wear one.
He has a wrist, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has a beard.
Oh.
But I have made a few extra bits that means that you can still come along even if you don't have hair or you don't wish to wear a scrunchie. There are going to be other handmade things there that have come from far and beyond, and it'll be great for you to see them.
How very
come
exciting.
Come and check it out.
Are we allowed any spoilers, or are these being kept as surprises?
I've got a few spoilers. Why not? I'm just trying to think. So this is, again, just showing you the level of kind of what I do and some of the productions that I have been so gratefully donated fabrics from. So this is such a beautiful fabric. This is from a production of the
Wow.
ballet Carmen. So yeah, really nice and
Gorgeous.
chunky, beautiful. I love this kind of see-through lacy effect. This one is from a recent London production of Priscilla. Super fun,
Oh, of
loads of
course.
sequin detail. Again, fun, funky. Love Priscilla so
Sparkly.
much.
Of course, yeah, sparkly.
And another one for you. Oh, there is one that's actually got a really, really fun story. So these fabrics are from the London production of Phantom of the Opera. And this fabric, haha, the houndstooth is actually the manager, Monsieur Fierman. He has a jacket in the opening scene that this fabric is from. Later on in the show, you'll see Madame Fierman wearing a dress with this. So this is
Wow.
actually a Fierman scrunchie.
Two characters in one.
Two characters in one that are a married couple that married really nicely together to make this cute little mini scrunchie.
That is
Oh.
adorable.
But that's all I'll show you. But like I said, it's going to be a lot of variety, a lot of different colours, loads going on.
Oh my gosh, that sounds fantastic. I'm gonna have to stop by as well.
Well, we'll definitely have to put you in a place where people can come and just stop
And
and
chat.
chat.
Hear all the stories, hear about the
Yes.
journeys that the scrunchies
Oh.
have taken.
I am bringing some happy little helpers to help me out because I will talk for England, you know. I can't.
I mean, it's the place to do it.
Exactly, exactly. Wow, that was amazing. So shall we just, as a roundup, just quickly again tell people who you are, where they can find you, and all your socials?
Yeah, give us a roundup of your products.
Yep, so theatrical handmade scrunchies, handmade or hand sewn by me, G, in theatres backstage at the West End, and so much more. You can find me on Instagram at stagey_stitches, and my Etsy shop link is also on my Instagram. And you can find a few scrunchies on there, but there's going to be a lot at the market. I'm planning on bringing over 100 scrunchies and
Wow.
extras.
Oh my
Can you believe my
goodness.
hands?
How do you still have hands?
Oh, wow.
That is amazing. We're really looking forward to having you. Thank you so much for chatting with us. It's been lovely. Love hearing about the journeys.